Hello viewers, Jean back with more from Mars. The conclusion, part 2 of 2, the huge megalithic blocks of Elysium Planitia on Mars. This is the photograph we'll be analyzing. Fractured Mesa in Elysium Planitia. Acquired 18 September 2014, 25 centimeters per pixel. And as usual, I'll be showing images cropped from the JP2 black and white map projected file. Here's a look at the low-res JPEG, and we'll be analyzing the right-hand half of this area. And it's located near the equator at 1.33 degrees north, 168.83 degrees east. In this area, surrounded by these so-called fractured mesas, and we're looking at that area right there in this high-rise photograph. And as always, this remains a highly speculative subject, as there's no way of confirming these anomalies, so pure speculation as always. So let's get started. We're checking out these anomalies in the center of the screen, specifically this disc-shaped bowl object right there, with a diameter of about 10 to 12 meters. You can see it's a perfectly sort of rounded object that's like a hollowed out bowl, almost like a satellite dish, and next to it what looks like another type of structure with the straight edges and the angles in this. Got some 90-degree angles, some really straight lines as well, some geometry in that feature, and this one over here looks as if it could be a part of another piece lying next to this L shape. Rather irregular to see a shape like this, produced by nature, so very interesting find there. Another one of these strange anomalies there with what looks like top of a chimney stack. Could that be some type of outpost? We're looking at more blocks. This one over here about 8 meters by 5 meters. A rectangular block over here, straight edges, right angles, and then this side here seems to be carved into the step shape over there. And then various partially buried structures. Possibly check out that piece over here. So there's like an L shape to it. These huge anomalies right there. This one here has a diameter of about 15 meters. Semicircular. Check out this one over here, nice straight edges, sharp right angle, and as always very smooth surfaces. Another one of these sort of outpost type anomalies with what looks like a chimney stack. Who knows what that is? This block is about 10 by 10 meters. Check out this piece at the top. So who knows what that is? It's almost like a square bell. And this anomaly over here, about 18 meters long, 6 meters wide. Check out this anomaly at the top center there. Got smooth surfaces and a little circular dome-like feature or knob. And let's check out this anomaly in the center of the screen. Got straight edges and some geometry in this design. This piece is rounded off over here, comes out at an angle to that arc shape over there, and follows a rectangular ridge line on the top. This rectangular piece on the top must be some type of entranceway, perhaps, this being the arch. More huge megalithic blocks right there in the center. We're checking out this block over here. That's about, let's see, about 10 meters by 8 meters. To see where it is, there it is right there. Very difficult to see initially because of the color, very similar to the surrounding terrain. This triangular part to it, almost like a pyramid shape as well, like some of the other anomalies in part 1. Then these blocks piled up next to one another there. Check it, the multiple layers on this block, and then this strange piece sticking out on the side. That had been part of some type of sculpture, some Martian artwork. And then this rectangular block, this large feature sticking out of the side. There was just something else I saw here that I didn't focus on right there. So it looks like a type of an outpost. Anyway, let's check out these anomalies. And this huge block in the center, that's about 15 by 10 meters. Smooth surface on this side, and then on this side it looks like that area has been carved out. A straight edge running through there. Looking at these next to this huge block, and check out this geometry. Looks like this is a type of an opening. This triangular piece coming off this one side, and you can see another geometric shape. Straight line running through there. 90-degree angles in this piece. 45-degree angle here. Another huge block. This one's about 12 meters across, 12 meters deep. There's another really strange looking feature there. We're zooming in on that one, multiple layers. Well, this area seems to be carved out. Like a slot running across there. Then this huge block, got a nice smooth surface on this one side. Relatively straight edges. To get that perfect arc going across there. Check out this area here too. Looks like there was some type of unnatural activity over here, perhaps, where this area has been sort of exposed. Almost like these two parts shifted apart and left this channel running through here. Otherwise, could that have been removed? It's got all the blocks scattered about here, and we're looking at this one specifically, and that's about 15 or 18 meters across, about 12 meters wide, and a straight edge running through there, but then a semicircular piece has been carved out into the center. Got a right angle over here as well. Relatively smooth surface, sort of convex shaped. It's almost as if this is a type of a conical feature that's been carved, machined into that one side. And check at these blocks. This is a very good example of these huge megalithic blocks still intact in some type of structure. And these blocks are about 10 by 10 meters each. And on top we've got this sort of pyramidal triangular block, and on the side here a flattened dome-like feature or knob, and next to these two blocks another huge one over here, not unlike the way the huge megaliths are packed into these structures on Earth. Here's another huge block partially buried there. I'm not sure what this could have been. Maybe some type of temple. This being the capstone. And then this odd feature, that's about 15 meters across. Let's zoom in on it. Got like a heart shape to it. And looks almost like a type of a structure as well. Maybe it's some type of wreckage. Yeah, check that out. So, not your typical cinder cone. Or a crater. Definitely comes to a point over here. Something weird going on to the top. Another huge artifact over here. Very bright, reflective surface. It stands about 15 meters tall. We've got this golf club shaped geometry. Got this huge block. That one's about 20 meters across, about 12 meters wide. The center point, so let's zoom in on that. We've got two features that look symmetrical, running diagonally across the back side. Nice smooth surface and relatively straight edges. Another cube, rectangular type block over there. So very bright material. That one's about 8 by 5 meters. Check out the smooth surfaces on this one. And on this side seems to be slightly carved into this concave shape. Another huge megalithic block over here, about 15 meters or 5 meters on this side. about 15 by 5, that's about 8 meters. Relatively smooth surfaces and straight edges. Got a nice right angle over there and over here. And then this pyramidal, triangular, multi-sided artifact. And then two little slots cut into this one side. This is a nice V shape. Looks like a little donut feature there, and in the center we've got a small little dome. So very bright material. Okay, we're looking at this pile of blocks in the center. The edges on these, looks almost like we have a ridge line running through there diagonally from that side to that side, with a flattened dome feature there in the center. Another pyramidal multi-sided anomaly. It's about 14 meters high by about 8 meters wide. It's got nice edges to it, nice smooth surface here, coming to an apex. Another massive block, about 14 by 10 meters. Straight edges, right angle, another right angle here, carved into this one side. Got like a plus sign. Check that out. And in the center, flattened dome-like feature or knob. More blocks in a row. These are about 12 by 12 meters. You go, this side's been machined. Got a nice right angle there. Smooth surfaces. Another block over here. This one over here seems to be either eroded or some glyphs have been carved into that one side. But these have also been interlocking blocks. Here's another example of very smooth surface. Some more blocks to the left. So that we can see is about 8 by 8 meters. Look at that really smooth surface. Straight edge. There we've got a V shape on that side. 90-degree angle here and there. And then this is massive as well. It's about 22 meters long by about 12 meters wide. And it looks like we have a rectangular opening over here on this side. Very smooth surfaces. Straight edges, and you can see some interference from the digital scanning of the high-rise camera coming through over there. So these aren't ridge lines running through this. You can see them over here as well, and in other parts of the photograph over here in this one too, you can see those lines. This object is about 18 meters long, and that dome-like feature there is about 3 to 5 meters across. So let's zoom in. See, it's definitely part of this huge block. So could that be another one of these knobs or features we see on many of the other blocks I've shown you? Another example of semi-intact ruins. Here you can see look like 4 blocks still tightly packed. There's one that's come loose. And that one's about 8 by 8 meters. This one over here measures about 14 meters by 14, and the side of this anomaly is about 13 or 14 meters long. So let's zoom in on that one. See a nice straight edge running through there. Curious triangular piece coming off there. And let's look at those blocks. As I said, it looks like there might be 4 next to one another here. There's some sign of damage or erosion on this side. Even over here we've got a rectangular piece carved into the side. And then that cube, straight edges, smooth surfaces, right angles. Not a typical boulder or rock. More blocks there. These are about 8 by 8 meters. But larger, flat rectangular blocks over here with a smaller square on top of this one, and there's a much smaller partially buried square there. Another tombstone look-alike. This one's about 6 meters wide, 10 meters high. So let's zoom in on it. Get the right angles on this side, straight edges, and then on this side we've got a repeat of this top part. So there's some symmetry and geometry in that design. Blocks together again. These are about 8 by 8, 4 by 5 meters, and a huge block over here too, which we'll have a look at. To check this out, it looks like a pillar with this V shape carved into the one side on this edge. Semi-circular part there with a nice block over here. Straight edges and right angles. This huge block, that's about, let's say, 14 meters across, from left to right. A nice smooth surface here, rectangular part carved in on this rounded side, and then some erosion in this part. A strange L-shaped piece to the left. Okay, so there are those to the top right. Let's check out this L-shaped structure in the center of the screen. That's about 13 meters long. That piece there is about 10 meters long. We've we've got is this L shape. This piece is cut at 45-degree angles, and what looks like an opening or an entranceway on this side. Could this be top of an outpost or building? Another huge block there and over here. This one's about 20 meters long. Another sort of pyramidal feature. This triangle on this side coming up to an apex, running through there. Smooth surfaces, straight edge through there, 90-degree angle here. Lots of symmetry and geometry in that piece. And then we're looking at these blocks piled up next to one another there. Straight edges, right angles. Even over here it looks like there's a circular hole cut through the center line there. So that's it for this video. With that said, thank you very much for watching, and as always, thanks to the new subscribers that have just joined the channel, and for my regular viewers and subscribers, thanks again for watching. I hope you found this informative and interesting, and I'll see you all back in the next video. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook and find all the images over at my blog, so you can do a bit of your own research. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Ciao for now.